Hello and welcome to Annie Travel Vlogs. Today's video highlights my trip to Bangkok and what experiences I had. This video mainly focuses on my visit to Grand Palace, Reclining Buddha, Golden Buddha, Marble Temple, shopping, food and nightlife. So loads coming up, so stay tuned to watch the video. Here we are at the Grand Palace. So let us go on a tour of the Grand Palace and let me show you, how beautiful Grand Palace is, how gigantic it is. The palace is a beautiful architecture, and as you can see, there are a lot of golden architecture wherever you look. As a traveler, I really like to go into places where there is a lot of culture and history involved, and especially when art and architecture is involved. These kind of palaces or monumental structures actually give you the insight into what that country's history have been. This palace is quite a large one, and it took us almost 4 hours to complete it. We traveled at the end of October thinking that the weather would be quite good, but it was quite the opposite. It was treating us as if it was the month of May. It was scorching heat. So whoever is visiting the Grand Palace, please make sure that you carry an umbrella or a cap to at least protect yourself from that scorching heat. This is the Golden Stupa. It is also called Phra Siratanachedi in Thai. Overall, the Grand Palace have been one of the most amazing experiences I had in Thailand, and it was one of the most memorable palaces that I've visited till date. Look at that. That's the model of Angkor Wat Temple in Cambodia. There is an entrance fee of 500 baht if you want to visit the Grand Palace, but this is definitely worth the cost. There are few tips in exploring the Bangkok's Grand Palace, one of them being that there is a strict dress code. Number 2, as I mentioned earlier, it really gets very hot. Number 3, your bag is searched at the entrance. Number 4, the king doesn't live in the Grand Palace. Number 5, the best way to get to the Grand Palace is by boat. However, you can also use public transport or tuk-tuk. Number 6, you might want to go there in the morning around 8:15. And number 7 is you can check out the Emerald Buddha. That's it from the Grand Palace. Now we are in a tuk-tuk. We are heading towards the Reclining Buddha Temple, which is also known as Wat Pho in Thai. Oh, that's the Reclining Buddha. Oh my god, that's huge. See, my camera is not going to fit in this Reclining Buddha. Let me see, let me try. Okay, there's one pillar. Okay, it's still going. Okay, another pillar. It's still not fitting. It's huge. I feel so small here, guys. I feel really small in front of this. I look like a Lilliput in front of this Reclining Buddha. Oh god, I don't know how many pillars I have to pass to get the entire angle. We are still going. The Buddha statue has not yet completed, pillar after pillar. I don't know how long is this. I guess it will be about 50 meters. You guys can check it up on Google. Look at that structure. Finally, I got the entire view. Oh my god, look at that gigantic feet. This is amazing. This looks absolutely stunning. What a statue. I am totally blown by this gigantic Reclining Buddha. Oh my god, I have never seen such a gigantic statue in my life. visiting the beautiful statue of reclining Buddha, now we are hungry. So here we are at the Boat Noodle Alley. I had to come here. I have seen so many bloggers post so many videos about this. I was super excited to try this. Look at how many bowls I finished. Next up is the Golden Buddha Temple. I think we are on a temple spree today in Bangkok. Oh, look at that. Look at the ceilings. It's full of architectural beauty. Wow, look at that purple works over there. Purple and golden, what a combination. This looks amazing. One of the very important things that I noticed during my tour in Bangkok, especially when visiting the temples, are the architecture of the palace and the temples that I visited are pretty much the same. So after that marathon of palaces and temples, here comes the most anticipating part, shopping. So here we caught our tuk-tuk ride and we are heading towards the shopping areas like the Indira Market and Wang Lang Market, so on and so forth. I shopped a lot in Bangkok, but especially I shopped from Indira Market because I found Indira Market was one of the cheapest market among all the markets that I visited. One of the most off-putting part about Bangkok is its traffic. It is not an easy way to reach your destination on time. It becomes very difficult because the traffic becomes quite heavy, especially after 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the evening. Also, since you are a tourist, the tuk-tuk rides are quite costly. So if you do not bargain, you will definitely lose out on a lot of money. Coming to how to travel in Bangkok, so one you can do is you can have a scooty ride and you can hire it for per day basis, and also you can go for the public transport like metros and buses. Then you can go for the taxis and then you can go for the tuk-tuk rides. Now tuk-tuk rides and taxis will be a little costlier, but if you are on rush, then those are the only options that you will get. Another means of transport is also like you can be the pillion of a two-wheeler ride and you can pay a lot less money rather than going in tuk-tuks and in taxis, because if you are doing solo travel, you will always try to save up a lot on that aspect. I personally felt that as a traveler, Bangkok is quite unexplored and is quite underrated. It might be a city, but it has a lot of rich heritage and culture. Bangkok as a city is very vibrant and colorful, and it gives you those kind of an energetic feeling when you're out there in the city, especially at night. When it comes to shopping, Bangkok is the city to go. It has the cheapest goods, and whatever you want you can buy, from sunglasses to clothes to shoes to jewelry to watches, each and everything you will get. However, whatever you're buying, please be careful with the quality. Bangkok has the best street food option. As you can see, so many varieties of fruits, varieties of meat, from sausages to meatballs to cold coffee. Look at those seafood and meat options. Oh my god, those are drool worthy, isn't it? Those yummy looking fried bananas, wow. Those seafood noodles definitely were drool worthy and it was delicious. I couldn't even forget the taste till date. It was so good. This was one of the breakfast. I mean, those are too many options. This is the Marble Temple. This was our last stop before we head towards the airport. It is a very similar structure like the other temples or palaces that we visited earlier in the day, and this was very pretty. It was fully made out of marble. The surrounding areas were also very beautiful. Oh, look at that beautiful statue. This is inside the temple, by the way. Look at those ceilings. Wow. The architecture is beautiful. Wow. The lightings. This is very well maintained, I must say. The best part about being in the Marble Temple was the serenity, the peace and the calm that surrounds the temple. And even though the weather was pretty hot, it did not feel that kind of encroaching heat at all. The temple was so serene that I felt that I could spend the rest of the day here, but I had to catch a flight, so I had to quickly wrap up and look at the surrounding and the architecture with the statues in the temple and then leave. It is said that if you ring these bells, then it brings out the good atmosphere in your surroundings. That's it from the marble temple. I hope you have enjoyed the temple view and the surroundings as well like me. Now it's time for lunch, so I had to have the pad thai and the tom yum soup. After that scrumptious lunch, we are on the way to the airport. That's it from Thailand. But however, our flight was delayed, so we need to check the dinner options at the airport itself. We had Japanese ramen for dinner at the airport. Finally, we come to the end of the video and our series on Thailand. I hope you liked the video, and please do like, share and subscribe to my channel for more travel updates. And do not miss to click the bell icon because you will never miss an update. Keep watching Annie Travel Vlogs and keep supporting. If you have any queries, please email me, and you can follow me on social media on Twitter or Instagram as well.